Hello, in this video we're going to talk about styling links. So I've already got my screen pulled up here and we have the index.html from where we left off in the last video here. What we have going on now is I've kind of messed with some of the styling in here. So what I'm going to do for now is let's go ahead and get rid of the styles we have for the nav A, and then also let's go back here and get rid of our text green class in that link, because what I want to do is show you the default behavior of links. And then let's add a new link here, and let's do this one to w3schools.com, and we'll do a target of blank here, and we'll do learn more. Okay, so let's go ahead and refresh, and you'll notice that we have three links here, and these two are purple and this one's blue. Okay, and the reason this is because this is a new link on the site, or a link on the site that I have not yet visited. So this is a link in its initial standard state. Now these links I have visited, so they show up as purple. Okay, and we're going to show how we can style all these a little bit different here. So let's go down here, and I am just going to actually add this nav A back, and this is only going to affect links that are in my nav container. So if we look at the index.html, we have this nav element that we set up, and inside of there we have these three links, and so that's how those are. So let's go now and let's say inside the nav A, we're going to use a pseudo selector, and we're going to give it a pseudo selector of link. Okay, so that's just the way you do that is there's a colon and then the word link. So A, no spaces or anything, colon, link. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to color this, and let's just make this color orange. Refresh the page, and now you can see that this only the link that I haven't visited yet is orange. So let's say I want to make the links. Let me scroll down here a little bit. Let's say we want to style the visited. So nav A visited, and we don't want those to be purple anymore. Instead, let's make these red. So it'll be orange and red. So the visited links are red, and the ones we haven't visited yet are orange. And then we can actually do something different where we can target the hover state of the link. And the hover state would be what color it is when it's just hovered over. So let's make that blue. Okay. So now they look the same, but if I hover over them, all of them in fact, because they are getting that hover state, they will turn blue, because I've told them, hey, when I hover over these, make these blue. Otherwise, the state that these are in is the link state, which is a non-visited link, and then the visited state, which is a visited link. And if I click on this, this will actually become a visited link. So I don't want to do that just yet. The last one we can do here is we can target an active state. Now this is the color that it happens right when you're clicking on it. So when you click down on the link, it will have the active state. So let's go ahead and give that a color of, let's make it, if it's blue, let's go ahead and make it something real noticeable. Let's do pink. So now if I go over and I hover on this, it turns blue, but if I click down and I hold the down button here, this has the active state right now, and that is now pink. So I'll go back home. So now we have the link, visited, hover, and active. Now, it's important to note that these actually have to be defined in this order. You have to define the link state first, the visited state, the hover state, and the active state in this order. If you don't have them in this order, it's not going to work correctly. One way to remember this is just kind of an acronym that people like to say, and it's love, hate. Okay, so a lot of people put that on their knuckles, you know, in prison or something like that, or actually have love wins on my knuckles. I don't know if you can see that love wins tattooed on my knuckles. Um, but anyway, um, the way to remember the order on these, I'm just gonna put a link or a comment up here, and that will be LVHA. So that is, or love, hate. That's the way you can remember what order these have to be in. Now we can do all kinds of things here. We can actually do color. We can style more than just the color for these states. For example, I could say that we want text decoration none for the links, and that will carry down, but text decoration none, so now they're not underlined anymore. And if I click on them, they're still pink. Okay, so that is how we can style the different states of a link. So we have the link, the visited, hover, and active. And I want to show you one last thing here. If I want to inspect this, we can actually inspect a link, and then we can go over to this little toggle element state here, and we can actually turn on different states. So if I turn on active, this will show me in the DOM what that would look like if it had an active state. Same thing with hover. So now that's hover. We got visited, and let's see, we don't have just a regular one. So these visited ones, you know, or whatever. But if I go to this one, it's orange now. If I turn that to visited, we can see what it's going to look like when it is visited, when it has been visited. So there we go. So those are the states available that we can target with a link. Okay, so remember that the link part of it's just this A. Okay, the state of that, no, that would be the standard state. This is a visited state, a hover state, and an active state. These are different states that this element are in during different scenarios in the browser. Okay, if I hover over this, this is now in the hover state. It's now in the active state. Okay, so that's how that works. All right, so I hope that helps. I hope that clears a few things up about styling links. Just remember that when you're trying to style these, if you're having issues, remember love, hate, and they have to go in this order. All right, see you guys in the next video.